Oh, goodness.
Sami streso. Sami streso. Sami
Hi,
streso.
Marcel.
Sami streso. Sami streso.
Where is Sammy's treasure in Sammy's treasure? Sammy's treasure.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Samis. Hey, Samis. Samis.
Wanyiko.
Vijayjay.
You're not serious.
AKA Vijayjay.
Seriously, Lord, I swear to God.
Sami
Can you
AKA
guys hear me?
Sami
Hi.
AKA Vijayjay. Sami AKA Vijayjay. Sami AKA Vijayjay.
If you can hear me, let me know. Hi, Mark. How are you? We're good. Okay.
Yeah. Sami AKA Vijayjay. Vijayjay.
Let's go.
Poop, poop. Did Jamaica say poop, poop?
Whatever. Hold on, I need to
have a circle on Facebook, on my Facebook.
Yeah.
Where's my Facebook?
Thank you guys for coming in.
Sammy, it's a camera, but you need to turn it. You turn upside down. I'm a phone.
No, I'm not upside down. Oh, listen, Lani. I was trying to listen call YouTube. No, Facebook. Hi, pirates. How are you? Nigga Marcel. Oh my goodness.
Vijayjay.
African millennial, welcome. Roots Reggae. Greetings to you too. Thank you. Mariam, hello. How are you? Thank you guys for joining, and hit the like button as you come in, please. Is that Taba in the Pune? Taba in the Vijayjay. Do you know what Taba is?
Vijayjay.
Do you guys know what Taba is? Taba
in the poo-poo.
Well, tobacco, yes, but Africa in Gambia we call it Taba. Some of you guys are hilarious. What is Pune? Is it another language? What language is that?
Are you better?
I'm a Gambian. Oh, okay. What time is it there? It's 4:30 here in the US, and at Aji's Corner side is 8:30. Hi, Donnie. Peace, love, and unity. Thank you for joining in. this discussion is going to be boom, 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 because we have guys here, and this is about ladies. Let me like before I start watching. Yes, make sure you like as you come in. It helps us in the YouTube algorithm. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Thank you. Yes, sis, you guys have to talk about taboo because it's getting serious right now in Gambia. Some of our women and girls too. Yes. Blessed. Thank you.
Sami, pare nga. Sa fob
Yeah.
yaga na de. I have to go to work tomorrow. Wax naa la ko teddu.
I don't have anything, you know.
Déedéet fi jaru xaar yow commencé rek. Soo ne sabar bi su commencé rek ñëpp dinañ feeja.
Yow dang day ñëw rek nga dugg.
Waaw di na am time. Waatoo tijji.
I see.
Wari gaay waatoo tijji. Ani mini pum pum. Ani ni pum
Hi
pum.
guys, welcome to my life with
Yeah.
Ajis.
Yeah.
Today's video, today's live, we're going to be talking about the current issue in Gambia right now, which is Taba. Taba is tobacco, and people, I mean, ladies have been using it. Some are using it for sexual pleasure, while some say they're using it as a medication for yeast infection. So that's what we're going to be talking about. But the reason for this video is mostly people are using it for sexual pleasures, especially people whose husbands are not like living with them at the moment, like people whose husbands are in the diaspora, or maybe ladies that are not married and just don't want to have sex with a man. If you don't know, virginity is something big in Gambia. I said this once to someone and they laughed at me. They were like, really, you guys still expected to be virgins until marriage? And I'm like, yes. Most of us, when we get married, we are expected to be virgins. So I guess the reason why young girls would use it for sexual pleasure, because they don't have to have sex with a man. And they probably think they can keep their virginity intact, which is not the case. Anyways, on the side here is Aji, beautiful Aji, your favorite Gambian YouTuber, fun, crazy girl from Aji's Corner. She's also on YouTube, so you might want to check her out and subscribe to her channel as well. She just got done with her life about Quincy Boyd. She's crazy. I'm telling you, this girl is crazy. And she needs an American husband. Oh my God. Yes, Ibrahima Jang said, it is even those whose husbands are around, it's just crazy. That is very true. Even those whose husbands are around, because using the taba, they realize that it is maximum satisfaction for the man, according to them. So if you are one of those ladies that have been using it, basically the man or their husband is useless, period. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today, because it's crazy. I heard it started from Mali or Guinea, I don't know, because this is my first time hearing about it, but people say it's been in Gambia for a very long time. So, but they say it started from other African countries, and finally it's in Gambia, and that's what we're facing right now. Hi, mommy, Mimi, what's up? So, yeah. Okay, Mimi say it's from Guinea-Bissau, yeah. And it's not only Taba as well. African ladies are used to using, not everybody though, not everybody. They use different kinds of safsafal. They call it safsafal, which I can only translate as vagina seasoning. Vagina seasoning. So basically they put stuff in the vagina to make it like, you know, more to stimulate it and even, you know, have a better sex with their man. So yeah. Twits collection. That's crazy. It's called vagina seasoning. That's how I can translate it, because stuff and moisture, right? And it's killing our women. Yes, it is killing our women. This is a very worrying case to me, because I have been wondering, because I remember when I was in nursing in the Gambia, people like the amount of women you see with cervical cancer was just like, it's crazy. I don't even know. But now hearing all these things, you know, I'm thinking these could be a contributing factor to some of the things that are happening, some of the diseases that we have in Gambia. And not just that, if you guys remember, I did a video about mortality rate of pregnant women in the Gambia. I'm not saying this is what is killing them, but it could also be a contributing factor, if that makes sense. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna. Why are you laughing? So, Aji, you want to say something?
I'm
And
laughing
speaking our
because
languages too. So I'm gonna be speaking Mandinka, and Aji might be speaking Wolof. So we're gonna be speaking Mandinka and Wolof in it, so some people can understand, like the ones that don't, understand English.
someone said, I think grandma uses taba. That's what I'm laughing at. Guys, hi everyone. How are you? Hi to each and everyone watching, and thanks for joining us. My name is Aji, and I'm a Gambian YouTuber too, Aji's Corner. And I'm really glad that I'm joining my sister here as a YouTuber too, because this is what we are calling for, to be together, work together. Like I always said, what two people can do, or a group of people, one individual cannot do. And we Gambian YouTubers, I would say thank you very much, Sammy, for inviting me to this show. And thank you very much for bringing a show like this, like to sensitize the people and bring awareness. And like you said, I don't understand some of the things that we Gambians do, especially the women. I think with this taba, like you said, it's just they believe it's they insert it in their vaginas and season their vagina with it. Basically, what they think is, or what they are told is, when you put it there, it seasons the vagina and it gives it a different flavor, and then it makes the guy you when you're having sex with the guy, it takes longer, and you guys have more pleasure and you enjoy it more, because basically taba is like a little bit drug, because it has chemicals and all of that that will make you high. It would literally take you to another level of madness, like grandma Kati. So when the jiggy 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 is, you're doing the jiggy jiggy, so you're basically lost, you're in the cloud, you're cloud 9, 16, 36, 63. So that's the whole idea of it. But not knowing that this thing can give them cervical cancer. It can make their eggs to get rotten. Nope. Hassle. And then this thing can also give them infections. And I had only not married women or women that are having sex are doing it. I put it inside them. I had pregnant women too are using it for when they're in labor. It helps them to for the baby to come out quickly. So it's been trending. We spoke about it on social media. I did last week, and so many people are coming out to condemn it. And I
For
think,
pregnant women, I think it's like a form of epidural to them, but like they don't know that this is
like, they
dangerous.
don't feel the pain.
Yeah, and my worry about it is
Mm-hmm.
pregnant women and the young girls. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I'm worried about everybody, but the young girls who just don't know anything, maybe high schoolers, because at this point, Gambia is a very small country, and when things like this get introduced, it's like it just goes boom.
Mm-hmm.
It's just 2 million people. Everybody knows about it. So I'm just going to compare it to Nigeria. If this was Nigeria, do you know how long it would take for a lot of people to know about it? Because we have over 200 million population, people. Okay, it's a population of over 200 million. But compare it to 2 million people population where everybody knows each other, everybody talks to each other. So my friend knows about it and tell me about it. I don't do enough research, and I don't ask my doctor, and I don't even investigate what that thing is, because I feel like this is not only the tobacco that our old women use. It's not a
Mm-hmm.
regular tobacco, because it is supposed to be tobacco. Okay, tobacco is a leaf, and then it gets dried, and then old women and old past then use it. They snuff it. I don't know if they smoke it, but I know that it has nicotine in it,
Yeah.
and it's also used for to make cigarette. You know, that's why cigarette is dangerous, but tobacco is as dangerous as cigarette. The
Mm.
people that usually use tobacco, they always have health conditions, just like the people that smoke cigarette. So that's why I'm worried. You can imagine somebody putting tobacco just for the people who, let me just not say tobacco. Imagine going to the gas station in the US or anywhere you are, buying tobacco and coming back home to insert it in your vagina. And I heard that when they do that, like it burns like fire. It's like something is in there. But what happened is that this whole thing probably start by like a medication for people that have yeast infection. Yeast infection is a very common infection in Gambia. So I don't know about other places, but a lot of people have it. Like women, you know, even I had it once because I I remember, I know how I had it. I went to my friend's house and I didn't know they had like people that had yeast infection, and I was using their bathroom.
Mm.
Then I had it, but I didn't know I had it until I got to Italy because I was on the verge of traveling at that particular time. So I got it, but when I got it, go to the bathroom and I'm seeing discharges that I don't understand. I straight away went to a doctor and got healed, you know. They gave me medications and I was good. From that day, I never had it again. But this is an infection that is like rampant in Gambia. But people are trying to use, you know, traditional ways of healing it, you know, or getting rid of it, which I think is what introduced Taba, because you know how old people will tell you, hey, if you use this, it helps. If you use it, and I'm not saying that the traditional medicines are not good. Probably it might work, but so far, all the people that I have listened to, because there have been victims who have been on some social media pages trying to tell us what they went through and their experience with this particular tobacco. And so far, I have not heard anybody say they have been healed from it, except that they almost died. You know, their vagina was burning. They almost went crazy because it's a drug. It can mess up your mind, you know? You can go crazy. It's just like me trying to use cocaine for the first time. Anything could happen to me, you know? So some people say when they use it, they get high. You know, some people are drooling because they don't even know where they are. They don't even know. Ibrahim said it's totally different. I think it's different too. I think even if it's taba, something is probably inside it to make you feel like you're having sex with a man. You know, something that is like more than a man. Whatever that is not taba. That is not tobacco. I'm not I'm not gonna say tobacco is good because it has nicotine in it, so it's not good for you health wise. But then again, the way they've been saying it makes women feel is just ridiculous, and I don't think it's a normal tobacco, period. So yeah.
Sammy,
Now,
before you go further, sorry, can you make it a way that the comments will pop up? I think that would be easier.
the comments is not going.
No, it's not. It's not popping up like coming up on the screen because I saw people using StreamYard and it will come on the screen, so the other people can read it too.
Oh, okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
get what you're
Thank you very much, Ma.
saying.
Yeah.
So yeah. And for those men that are leaving their women in Gambia for 10 years, now my advice to you guys is that women are not sticks or stones or furnitures, you know. This is just a piece of advice to my brothers and sisters. Because a lot of Gambian ladies have been married to people in the diaspora. And I have seen somebody who's been married for like 15 years or more than that. Because that was like way when I was like a baby, you know. And till today, she never met her husband. I mean, I guess no, they never met. They never met. She never met her husband. They have never slept together. So you can imagine someone like that. Do you expect somebody like that to stay like that lady for 15, 20 years without sex? Listen, sex itself is therapy.
Say so.
It helps you, you know. If you see some women always nagging and getting angry, beating their kids, they need a man that they didn't get. I'm telling you. So these are some of the things that we need to consider. Some of our Gambian men or African men think that women are so different that they can hold themselves for years, 4, 5, 6, 7 years without a man. I'm not saying it's not happening, it could, but a woman who has already tasted a man, I don't expect that person to sit for 7, 8 years, 9, 10 years without nothing. Why do you think the let me see, the white people introduced things like what is it called again? Ajilo num to that?
Muna.
The dildos. Yes,
Oh,
the vibrators. Because you need to play with yourself just in case you don't have a man. You know,
mm,
have to introduce stuff like that. But these are things that we don't have in Gambia. Or even if you have it, maybe somebody probably sent it to you. But Gambia, we have been like taught to be shy. There's this shame culture in us. Even if you're using a dildo, you will not tell anybody that you're using it because you're gonna think that they're gonna say you're a
ram,
prostitute.
ram, ram.
They're like, what? La ilaha illallah. Binta is using a dildo. And there's literally nothing wrong with that. I think if you want to use it, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, a dildo is better than you using taba or drugs into your vagina. Somebody said cucumber, not taba. You're not serious.
Let me grab my tea.
Oh my God. I'm too young to be here. Yes, if you're below 18, please, you can go. You can go. Let me go grab my tea. Y'all are amazing. Thank you. So people they introduce those two for women to satisfy themselves so that you don't go cuckoo. But this is not what we have in Gambia. Gambia, we have this shame. People, we don't even talk about sex. I'm telling you, this topic that we're talking about right now, there will be people that'll be like, oh, these kids are spoiled. But no, we're not spoiled. These are things we need to talk about
Mm,
because
mm, mm.
these are some of the things that are affecting us in our society. These are some of the things that are breaking up a lot of homes. How can you be with your woman and they don't want to have sex with you because they think some type of crazy drug is sweeter than you? You know, everybody is built differently. And some women will have a man who have a big one. Some women will have a man who have a small one. Some women will have a man who, is a 1 minute man. But it's marriage. Yesterday I was listening to is it Gambia Talents promotion? Aji, is it Gambia Talents promotion with the lady? Yes. And then the lady was like, if you can't stand it, just divorce. And Pausma was like, hey, Gambia, what does this? But I don't think Gambia what does. Man, dama foog ne tell da ko wax baax na. Because this is what we do. We say, oh, just manage, just manage. A woman that say, my husband's dick is too small, I'm not satisfied. You're telling them manage, 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 manage. They're going to go ahead and cheat, or they're going to go ahead and do something else to themselves. And that's what is happening. I'm not like, there are ways that we can help each other. A man can have a woman can have a man. It doesn't necessarily, who told you that having a small dick makes it, is a problem? It's not a problem if you know how to deal with it. If you know how to deal with it, you both have to help each other, period. Communicate. But even between a husband and wife, like, we just don't communicate things to each other. We feel women are shy to communicate things to their husband. If your husband is not satisfying you, tell them, hey, I'm not satisfied by you. I don't know what you're doing, but you need to do better. And also research. This is why we have the internet. This is why you have YouTube. This is why you have Google. This is why you have like people you can talk to. If you're shy to talk to your family and friends, if you're shy to talk to your family and friends, talk to people that are outside that you think you might be more comfortable with. Sex is a topic that I think we need to be talking about. I am never shy talking about it because I think it's important. And I can learn from someone and they can also learn from me. Nobody is perfect. But Gambian men, I'm telling you, their favorite in a woman is a good sex partner. Even though women can cook and do that, but a good sex partner, they always complain about that. But then again, don't forget, you guys are also problems, because that is why these women, these women are now using the taba, So basically, we all have issues, but with communication, I think we can solve these issues. I'm underage, but 5 minutes is okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. If you're underage, just go. Support the channel. He does. Yeah, thank you. Anyways, Aji, what do you think about young girls using taba?
Uh, Someone said, Sunyu Gambia says, I'm at my corner laughing then. Like when it comes to these topics, yeah, this is what I like talking about. The truth is, I think the women that are using this taba, they lack confidence in themselves. Because if you trust yourself, you believe yourself enough, go and write the man. Go. Do you know the problem with Gambia? I think like some of our African Americans brothers and sisters watching should know. We are from a country that does not talk about sex. We
Yeah.
are from a country that it is forbidden, it is a taboo to talk about sex. Like you said, if someone watched me and you here talking about sex and all of that, they will like, need a yahoo, need a chage and all of that. But I always say, jigen danga wara chage. So chage will wreck, sa jigen ya dafa des. And this is the problem. At the end of the day, if they had taught us from when we were young and opened up about sex, we wouldn't be going through some of these things that we're still going through. Because, for example, someone like me, I can never talk to my elder sisters about sex. If I travel with someone to visit my elder sisters, like a lady, and the person starts talking about sex, I'm like, I feel so uncomfortable. I'm like, no, this is not an environment for me. Because there's no connection between me and my sisters that we would even joke and tease and crack jokes about sex, our sexual lives and all of that. No, even though I was married, even though we are adults. So if we don't open about sex, if we don't talk about sex, if we don't talk about some of these things, people are just going to be playing with their vaginas. People are going to be playing with their private parts and thinking that everything that I put there or anything I put there. Because if we were taught as a kid or as kids growing up, oh, okay, these are good sexual positions. These are good things you can do when you're having sex with your man. Here you can touch your man and like they will have, they will touch you and you will reach orgasm and down and all of that. If we were taught and like openly have a conversation with our elders, our parents about this, tabas wouldn't be used right now. Even if it's gonna be used, it's gonna be like literally a small amount of people. But right now, we don't know about sex. Some of them only feel like, okay, the only way I can give pleasure to my husband is using taba. It's lack of confidence, lack of believing yourself, not knowing that, like I said, the damage you are doing to your body. And not knowing that, Sammy, let's call a spade, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
How would you be in a room or how would you be romancing with your man when all the discharge that is coming inside you is brown, is disgusting, is black? Like dafa tilim, dafa salte. Let's call it spade a spade. And like instead of going, like you said, buying toys, buying sexy lingeries, buying like there are things out there that you could use to spice up the bedroom. Why would you use taba? Because and to be honest, I heard like if you use too much of it, it makes you sick, you vomit and vomit. So that the people that are so addicted to it, that have used it constantly, now they know the exact amount that they should be inserted inside them. Hey, I don't joke with my vagina. No. And let's call a spade a spade. For example, someone like me, I'm diabetic, type 2 diabetes. So if you Google diabetes, what do you see? People with diabetes, they have 99% chances of having thrush all the time. So well, each time I go for a checkup, they'll be like, don't touch your pussy. Don't play with your vagina. It's a no-go area. Because I don't want to, because things like thrush, infections and all of that, people like me, if it comes to having that, it does not heal quickly. My metformin, they have to double up my medication. because you know, people with diabetes, healing is always a problem with us. So in Gambia, the healthcare system is rubbish. We all know it's so bad. So, Sammy, I've been in the Gambia for so many years. I never knew that I had diabetes. I was getting sick in and out of hospitals. I said it on one of my videos. Until when I came to UK is when I knew that I had diabetes. Yes. So imagine if I was in Gambia right now, not knowing that I have diabetes, and I started using that tobacco, putting that tobacco in my vagina. How do you think healing and how do you think my vagina would be like? It would get rotten. Sah, more far jogging. So I think like these discussions we should be doing as youths, and we that are well educated, or we that are educated, we that went to school, we that, like sometimes they said we that are in the diaspora are the only people that are brave enough to open up about sex. But you see these younger ones growing up. Before we used to have FLE in Gambia, whereby they teach kids sex and all of that at school. I remember when my FLE teacher used to come, everyone would be laughing, guys, and we are so much in a hurry to go in the FLE class. Yeah, do you remember FLE?
Yeah, and students used to like it. They used to
And
like it.
now they don't have FLE anymore. So people come to me, especially these young ones in the Gambia, and say, Aji, please talk about sex. Teach us more about sex. Because we don't have anyone teaching us about sex anymore. And the stupid thing is, people will call you and say, oh, Sammy, my husband is coming from UK. My husband is coming from Europe. I need an advice. What do you... I tell people, freaking start watching porn. There is nothing wrong with watching porn. There you can get an idea of how to switch here, how to switch there, and how to do style and da 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 da. You do different styles and give it to your husband. This is a low self-esteem that they just need to look bari. Why would you be risking your life just to satisfy a man?
And yes,
Why?
somebody said that here. I think it's Mamita. Yep. Why they want to go above and beyond just to satisfy a man, you know?
And they
It's
won't believe it.
I think people are doing this sometimes. Some people they want to be the only woman in their man's life, you know,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
way your man can say you are the sweetest woman he has ever tasted, and you're gonna like get him where you want him. And some people just do it because they think their man, you know, have a small one, or some people don't think their man are satisfying them. That's why I say both men and women are involved in this issue, you know. And Mimi said here that Gambian men think that a woman only needs to have sex when a man is horny. And
Mhm.
that's true. You know, it doesn't have to be when you need the woman.
Yeah.
Women are not sticks, they're not furnitures. They need men as much as you guys need it. We have a high tolerance, but there are few women that have like that are very sexually active more than their husbands. You know, we have those kind of women too. But
Mhm.
women do have a lot of tolerance because of they have a lot on their head. The kids, they're too busy, especially African women. You can't compare them to women in the diaspora. They go through a lot, they walk a lot, they get up, go to the market, you know, come back home, cook, clean the kids, do everything. The kids poops, you call them for that cleaning. Every single house chore, it's on top of a woman to do. And remember, this woman is a human being. They're gonna get tired, you know. They're gonna get tired, and then at the end of the day, what do you complain? Because you need them at the in the middle of the night. They're tired. You get tired. You're like, oh, you don't want to give me yourself, but no, they are exhausted. They are exhausted. They're human beings. So men also should consider like what women go through and help them just to avoid some certain things happening in their marriage, or women not wanting to have sex. Who wants to have sex when you're tired?
Mhm.
Nobody. I don't want to have sex when I'm tired. No. But the little help you give helps. It'll help the woman. Even if they're tired, but because you help them, you know, come to bed, massage them. It's not only a woman supposed to, yes, African women, we always treat our men like kings. But
Yeah.
women also need to be treated like queens. You know, help them. Sometimes I feel the reason why some people don't help their women is whenever people see you, the society is like, oh, just leave it. It's the woman. That's a woman's job. No, it's not a woman's job. We have passed that generation because even men nowadays, they want their women to walk. Your woman is walking just the same way you're walking. So it's advisable for you to help them. So somebody said our women were not using Taba before. Why now? See, education is badly needed in the Gambia. It is. But you're gonna be surprised. Some of the people that are using this are educated. So this is not.
And Sammy, I have to come in there. In Gambia, what we know back in the days was if girls are not married, they're not meant to have sex until they get married. But now the younger generation, they're having sex left, right, and center, anyhow they want. And when I had my niece talking about it, she was like, don't you know that the ones that are not married are using it more?
Yeah.
So I think it is time for us to speak and to talk. Because then if you start using this tobacco every now and then, before you get married, your vagina is rotting. And before you get married,
before your vagina, you don't even want to get married because when you get married, the taba is better than the person you're gonna marry. The taba is sweeter than the man you're gonna marry. So why do you want to marry? They say they don't want to get married because taba does not betray you. Tobacco does not yell at you. There's no divorce in tobacco. You use it as much as you want. But what they don't realize is that it is not a natural feeling. It is not a natural. It is fake. My girlfriend told me a story. One of my friends, she told me a story that when I told her this Taba, I said, did you hear what's going on? The first thing she said, Taba has been in Gambia for long. I'm like, really? She said, yeah, when I was younger, he said women in their neighborhood used to send them to buy Taba. And they would tell them, if you come back, don't give it to me in front of people. I'm like, what? So this has been going on for this long. And that is ages ago, 15 years ago. So she said she was really, really young then. So I'm like, so people know this a long time ago. It's not even 2-3 years ago. Because mom no couldn't explain it. So they will go buy it and bring it and then these women will sit sometimes, trying to explain everybody when I did it, how it made me feel and stuff like that. So, and then not only Taba, there's another one they call crystal.
Yeah.
I heard about that. I don't know what kind of crystal it is because the only thing I can think of crystal is like those crystal beads.
Yeah, because it's like crystal, like a stone, like kind of like what you do, you insert it and it will melt. When it melts, when you get the pleasure from it.
Oh my God. And then they have sassafras. I heard that there's this lady that used it, but I think she wanted to stop. I believe it's the Taba that she used. She wanted to stop at some point because she just doesn't feel good about it. And she just wanted to stop doing that Taba thing. But no, it's not Taba. It's sassafras. It's sassafras. So whenever she's having sex with her man, she would use the sassafras. So that is like maximum pleasure both for the man and the woman. Okay, that's why they call it sassafras, vagina seasoning. So what happened is that when she decided to stop it, because people do this without even communicating it with their husbands. When you're doing things and you tell your man, I'm doing this, it even makes sense. But you're doing something that your man don't even know that there's something in your vagina that they are rubbing. That's nasty, man. So this woman keep putting this. When she decided to stop, I guess one day she had an argument. That's the day that she had an argument with her husband. And they were having sex, but she wasn't mad at all after the argument. She was good. But the sex was very different from the ones the man was used to, because there was no sassafras in the poo-poo. So what happened? The man was telling her, Nko, ingan yo yele nyewai. Ingan yo yele nyefunang nyumbula wai. Kana okay, ngo son kan go make the mic wale kete. So what that means is that the man thinks that the lady is still mad. That's why the sex is not good. So he is telling the woman, please, be happy and open your heart to me while you're having sex with me. We just had a little argument and that's why you're not giving it to me the way I need it. But no, what happened is that there is no sassafras inside the vagina that day. And what does that tell you here? If at all the man was used to the real you, the original vagina, there wouldn't have been an issue here. And because you did that, this man is so used to it, might want to force you to use it, because now he has experienced another kind of pleasure, the one that is not natural at all. So women, we need to be very watchful and mindful of the things we use. The vagina is self-cleaning. You don't even need to put anything in there. All your vagina needs is water. Water. For you to get stimulated, men need to play with women. Don't just come and start having sex. Boom, 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 boom. You can't just get it in there and come out and you think the woman is going to be satisfied. There is a lot of women, 75% of women do not get, they don't reach orgasm just by putting a penis in it.
Yeah.
25% of women. If you want, you can Google that. They don't reach orgasm. Some people you have to play with. Some people, just your hand can make them reach orgasm. But then again, the hand is one of the dirtiest things we have in our body because it touches everything. Exactly. You gotta make sure your hands are clean. Even women that play with themselves with their hands, you don't even know what's on your hand, what bacteria is on your hand, and then you're playing with your hands. You're introducing all kinds of things into you. But most of us don't even care about that, or we don't even think about it. Not that we don't care, but how many people think of that? Hey, my hand might be dirty, I shouldn't put it in my vagina. Not a lot of people. That's just human nature. Some women don't know romantic sex before sex. This is the problem. It's not only some women, it's both men and women. Some men don't know how to play their women. Some men don't know like what position is their woman's favorite in having sex. Men also have a problem. Don't you know that you need to study your woman as much as you want them to know you? You need to study them. Women, you can, if a lot of women ask their men today, Gambian women ask their men today, what do you think you can do to me to make me come? They probably don't know. And this is something you should know. You should know what makes your woman come. You should know if oral sex is what makes her come. You should know if penetration is what makes her come.
You should know if this. Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
You should know all those things. And the woman should know what pleasures you as well. So this is a problem that both men and women have. Because both Gambian men and Gambian women have that shame culture thing. You want women to satisfy you. But are you satisfying that woman? You should leave that at the back of your mind too. If you want to have different sex positions, or if you want to watch what's on the internet, it's haram though, according to Islam.
Money. Yeah. I'll satisfy my eyes.
You shouldn't watch it. So basically, all of us that watched it is haram. But hey, sometimes people gotta, research stuff. Some of the things Gambian women, some people, they research a lot of things by themselves. Who's gonna teach you about sex? Your mom is never gonna talk to you about sex. No, mothers don't talk about sex to their female kids. It's a taboo. So who do you expect to talk to that child? Nobody. If we should have like a sex educator today in Gambia, you know how many moms and how many parents will tell their kids that their child will never go there. That person is a prostitute. Like seriously, they're gonna be like, "Hey, what you go? That's what they're gonna say. They will not let their kids go there, not knowing this person is helping the kids. Sex education is important in our society. Too many broken homes. Too many
Yeah.
men with several wives that they don't want to marry because they're looking for sexual pleasure. I don't understand. But
And
it's
you
dumb,
know, like
very
Sammy,
dumb.
it's not too many people. It's also we have too many people that are married. They've been married for years. They've never even come. They don't even know a woman reaches like to the point that you'll have orgasm. They don't. And because sometimes, like you said, our men too, then they buy some law. During they
Like,
have fun wara chuka chuka fun. Just not. Some men, you give them your pussy, your vagina. Instead of they rub the vagina, they look at it. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.
it's like they're fighting. Like, what are you
Hey,
fighting with? It's very
so
sensitive in there.
so if you do that, some men, yes, some men, they just want to remove their dick and put it in your pussy. Salam alaikum, alaikum salam is finished.
That's true though.
Like play with me. Let's have like foreplay. And before you put those your nyankar fingers in my vagina, go and wash your hands. Rahasal sa loxo yi wala sooy ñëw mu leer na ne sa loxo yi rahas nga ko. Gis
With
nga
no nails. And no nails. Nails.
this vagina, yeah. You see the stomach is dark. When you're eating, you put things in your stomach. You don't even know how it processes it, how you do it. You don't even know because that place is so dark. It's just the same way the vagina is. That place is dark. You're putting things and you're not even knowing where you put it. Okay, it's now. Like I was saying on my show on Friday, if you put the tobacco in your vagina, and this guy, the guy's dick goes into your vagina, so
Mm-hmm.
that tobacco, you know the bits and pieces of the tobacco, the guy is rubbing the walls of your vagina. So this tobacco is going no. The pussy should be clean inside. Nothing should be there. So that when the dick goes inside, his veins would touch the walls of your vagina and you enjoy sex. But the society we live in, if I had come out and explained this, they were like, okay, she loves talking about sex too much.
Yeah.
Every time you see her, she's talking about sex. But if we don't teach people about sex, so that's why most of our women, when they get married, they go and lie at one place like soldier man. I salute you. The
Exactly.
guy would, yes, the guy would just go on top, jiggy, 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 jiggy. And even your face will be like that. The man is, and when the guy is done, you're like, Parenga, are you done? And the
And
guy is like, what? You go and take shower, and he goes in the bathroom and he takes shower. And the problem is we don't discuss sex within ourselves like couples in
yeah,
Gambia.
that's what I'm saying. Even husband and
You
wife discuss
you
it.
you hardly see a Gambian couple who is youngly married, cuddling, holding their husbands, playing around, joking, teasing each other. Our men are so angry at nothing. I don't even know what they are angry at. Even when you want to joke with them, play with them, like, go start with them talk, don't go to the. So
Yeah.
some people, many of our women are depressed. Many of our women will wake up from the morning to the point that they wake up, they'll be wearing one lapa. And you know the problem is some of us, we don't save the pahotan. B. When they buy bobo B, how can you enjoy sexual pleasure when you are not taking care of yourself as a woman? Your armpit, the hair is so long. If I want to make 3-5 cornrows, I can do it. I can plant cornrows there. Your pubic hair, the jaff, is so good that you, when you go you touch water there. All your underwears are brown and disgusting in the middle. Sa tepa yange hey sa jaffi do ko wat sa buda jaffi do ko gene. Hey.
Listen, you know, Kimune, I knew about this taba like 5 years now, and I even knew someone who's using it. It is so sad. We are so ignorant. I'm sorry, but that is the truth. You don't have to be sorry. That's the truth. That's why when I say some people are saying it's been there since 2 years ago. People say it's been there since 5, 10 years ago. It's not 2 years ago. It's just that it's just coming out because nowadays, okay, let me just give it like this. This generation and the old generation is different. Like I said, virginity is something big in Gambia. And ladies, girls are expected to be virgins until married. Now, kids of nowadays know everything since they were in 36. They know, they have phones, they search things on the internet. They know better than you, the mom. So that's why they are using the taba. So these kids are not of that 80 years old people or 50 years old people. Things have changed, and what you think your child don't know had already known. So if you talk to your child, you educate them about stuff like this, the better for you. And all this could even prevent also teenage pregnancies. But because we are so scared to talk about sex, a child can never say anything. All mothers do is they see you with a man, hey, acha, swallow. They will not tell you. You have your menstrual cycle, they tell you what to use and period. That's it. Oh, when you're gonna use this cloth and cover it every time you change it. That is what they tell you. And some people don't even know how to clean themselves after menstrual after their menstruation. They don't even know. That's why you see women walking around stinking. And when you're having sex, you want to have oral sex, you need to make sure that Vijayjay is clean, man. How can you let somebody go down there when it's stinking? Yes, there's a natural odor. There's a natural odor, but women, we have like the vagina stinks a lot. It sweats. There's hair there sometimes. The hair you need to shave. I don't care. I hate to see vagina with hair. I mean, I would see because I do have hair, but the moment I see the hair coming out, I shave it. I shave at least every 3 days. I don't care because I just don't like the hair. Because if I sweat a lot, you can imagine the kind of smell that is gonna come out from me. Sometimes I tend to tell people, don't you smell yourself? I smell myself. And when I'm smelling, I know. When I sweat, I can smell that, I don't smell good. I have to go take a shower. And one thing that I don't do is let my husband go down there without me cleaning it. I have to. If I'm in the mood for oral sex that day, I have to take a shower and clean that area with good water. Come on, you cannot be sitting for 5, 6, 7 hours, and you just expect somebody to come and go down there. You clean it first, man. If it doesn't,
sorry, that's the problem. That's the problem with us, the women, Gambian women. I used to do videos a lot about Gambian men, and we kept saying Gambian men are not romantic. Gambian men are not romantic. But if you don't look after your pussy, if you don't clean it, if you don't save, how do you expect if the guy is romancing you from sucking your nipple going down? If he wants to go down, this pussy slaps him. You will cut the guy's appetite. There is where even if his dick was really strong and hard, it would not come up again. You will romance him, touch everywhere you want to touch. That dick is saying, no, 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 pussy. I would not have it. So sometimes we just ignore ourselves too much. You will see a lady that would be seeing her period. She will not go and change her pad. You when you see a period, you bleed heavily. Why can't you just take a shower twice a day and change your pad 3 times, 4 times a day? Why? You leave that pad there, you'll be sitting there, that blood will be there. It's so heavy, the blood is so hot. It's pulsating everywhere. And some of us, the same pad that we have in the morning, we will go to bed with that pad. And you wake up in the morning, when people open your doors, the kind of pulsate and heartburn has so good Japanese. So fa jógee da nga miir yow so fa jógee da nga jël 60-10 paracetamol doo wér da nga càppan xoona ma wéree gis nga let's call a spade dafa am wax yoo xam ne amul neexal ñun ñëpp ay mag lañ let's look after each other If you have a husband, you like we always complain that Gambian men don't go down for us. Gambian men don't go up down for us. How okay, me as a woman, sir, how can I go down somewhere that I can't breathe? Literally, it will suffocate me. Let's call a spade a spade. We women, if we sit this taba, I saw many platforms do it today. Even today, I saw another platform talking about it because it's getting really bad and really serious. You don't need taba. You don't need that tobacco. You don't need crystal. You don't need saf-safa. I told women, gis nga su nekkee yow da nga ñëw si àdduna bi nga xam ne yàlla daf la def nga saali nga càppa xoonam téye sa boppa noonu nga xam ne yow da nga saali nga téye si yàlla amul saf-safal di fa yokka loo warta yokka di yomba jimbo di yokka pooba di yokka déedéet. If you know that you are a woman that went through FGM, you hardly even get wet. We have loops. Go to the sex stores and buy these lubricant gels and all of that and put it there. And make yourself get wet, or put it there, or give it to your man to put it there. Simple. And you have these lubricant gels that are like natural for sensitive skins. So why go ahead?
Okay, what about the men that always say, "Oh, I don't lick pussy," but you want somebody to do oral sex for you? Do you think maybe they want to do it because they're doing it to satisfy you?
No.
So if you don't lick it, I will
They're
not.
selfish. I felt selfish. Like, for example, let me say this. If I am dating a guy and we started talking and you tell me that you don't go down, I said it in many of my videos. Man, I said it how it is. If you want, go and judge me. I will tell you then I can't be in a relationship with you. So then you'll expect me to suck your dick. What for? Why do you think you're so special? You have to go. Someone else that does it will come. I'm not married. So, you know what? Communication. We have to communicate. You take ko si table bi. Gis nga li mënuloo ko. Sa morom bi ko mun mu ñëw mu def ko simple. Nobeewuma la ko sax.
And there's a lot of men that always tell women, "Oh, like I'm talking about African men. Nte mbuka woke. Wo haram tale." You know?
Yeah.
But they always tell you, "Nyine kadiente. Nyine kadiente. Akenya ha. Niya susu kadienye. Hello? Are you mad? Ite buka woke, but yala ilaftante yake. I'm not gonna do it. That's wrong."
And Sammy, you know, the thing is, yeah, many women would come, would also come through licking them. And even if you lick the woman, obviously you're making her pussy already wet. If that woman does not even get wet that much, now the saliva is helping the woman get wet. So you're telling me that you're not gonna suck the pussy? What for? Are you mad?
That's what I'm talking about. Can you hear that? Gambia, wow, Gambia, where are we heading to? Please delete this video. No, we're not going to delete this video. You have a Taba issue and you're saying we should delete the video. Why should we delete the video? We can't delete the video. These are issues that needs to be talked about. Talking about sex, there's nothing wrong with it. If sex was such a bad thing, why do you think God would say you have to satisfy?
This is why our women, Sammy, this person does not even know the topic we're talking about. We're trying to sensitize women about sex so that they will stop using the stupid taba they put it in their vaginas. And someone is sitting there, does not even know what we are talking about. This is the ignorance, I'm telling you, in us, some of us in Gambia. We are too ignorant.
Exactly.
When you don't listen to make sense out of what people are saying.
About it, this is haram. Oh, you're a prostitute. Oh, you're this. No. If talking about sex is being a prostitute or spoiled, then you shouldn't get married. Or you shouldn't want to have sex.
Go and buy iron drawers and wear it for the rest of your life.
I am sick and tired of it. Women are killing themselves just to satisfy men. Cervical cancer rampant in the Gambia just to satisfy men. Because all these things are contributing factors. We need
If
to
you don't
talk.
want to, if you don't want to talk, if you don't want to hear what we are trying to talk about, what we are trying to sensitize and wake the stupid ones that are sleeping up, don't watch.
Don't
Man, I'm a
watch.
patient
Just
for
stop.
rubbish. Man, I'm a patient for rubbish. It's not. We are not kids. We know. We all know sex. Either way, we do it. Ya xam ne danga ko dee si lemde bi na danga ko dee si ruxa ruxa bi na danga taxaw si mbedd ñu juutal na si garden bi nga dee def na yaa xam si paag nga dee def waaye danga ko dee ñu sa def so man duma fi neexal benn mag i da nga dégg ko noo ko war a déggee wala nga génn nga dem tëddi nga dem sebeni nga dem tëddi fii ay xale nekkuñ fi.
Nobody is not. Nobody is a baby here. We're all adults. And if
They
you
like to be babies,
this
you know.
video, I expected. I'm thinking you are an adult too.
No, they like to be babysitted. I don't babysit grown-ups. Do you know how many Gambian women are risking their lives out there using this tobacco, because this is the ignorance. And do you know that young girls are using it? If you're using that tobacco summit, if they are using it at this age, all at the time that they will get married, the damage they will do to themselves. All as you connected to use legging and you like a guy marries you and the guy's like, I don't like it, or the guys try to stop you. It's like literally he just ending your life because you're used to something that you are freaking addicted to. It is Sammy, just few months ago, we all did videos about the pregnant women that are going to labor and dying.
Yeah.
Not knowing that many of them are also using this tobacco. Our Gambian women are dying. Our healthcare system is so poor that they cannot help them. So with this tobacco, the doctors are now complaining that, oh, you were saying that we don't take care of this pregnant woman, but you should also ask the women what they are using. So we're sitting here for almost an hour talking, and you're coming to the comment section writing rubbish. Mangalala, man, ma block sa baba, ma block sa ma block sa uncle, ma block sa niece, man, I'm time.
And even it's not even just like women dying, but the babies are also dying. Like
Exactly.
it's within a span of 3 weeks. I already two babies in my family died. They just gave birth. One gave birth 3 weeks ago. The other one gave birth a week ago. After doing the big naming ceremony, the baby died. Who knows what killed those babies? I'm not saying it could be Taba, but so many babies could be dying because they've been eating that Taba for a very long time. They've been eating what the woman is putting in there. Or they've been affected by whatever the woman is putting in them. If you're using it as something maybe during childbirth, you know, when the baby is coming out and they hit that Taba, or that Taba enter their mouth, you know.
How about their nose?
Exactly. Who knows what you put inside that baby? Nobody knows. And they come out 1 week later, they die.
Madness.
You think a baby addicted to drugs is gonna leave? Most likely not.
It's sad, you know. Sometimes how we think, yeah, and sometimes how culture, society make us think, yeah. Hell, that's sad. Dañ war a toog ñu seetaat suñ boppa ñu suñ boppa ñu toog ñu xam ne ñun ay mag lañ yeneen dafa am yoo xam ne mu kalaf kenn warul laa wax ne lii lu bon la wala lii lu baax la yow sax ba war ngaa mun a toog nga xam ne lii su ma ko jëlee drogue la lii mun na maa rey munut maa rey yow xam nga lu baax ak lu bon parce que doo dem taxaw si kanami moto nga ne moto bi ne tampon ma doo ko def. So why are you killing yourself slowly because you want to be with a guy? And most of the people, most of the women that does this in the Gambia is those that their husbands have 2, 3, 4 wives. You are in competition of yourself. You are competing with nobody but killing yourself. Because you're thinking that, oh, the reason why my husband likes Sammy more is because I'm not sexually satisfying him in the bed. So the next thing you're thinking about is, okay, now the only way I can satisfy my husband, okay, to be close to me like the way he is close to Sammy, or the way to love me the way he loves Sammy, I will have to use tobacco or do extra stuff in my vagina. Sometimes the marriage is it's not all about sex. Sometimes marriage is not all about the bed. And sometimes we only think that, okay, the reason why he is close to Sammy because Sammy is giving him good sex. Bruv, my sisters, wake up.
What about if you're married to 2 or 3 wives and all 3 wives are using that taba? Everybody risking their life for one man.
Isn't that what happened in Gambia, competing for one man? Isn't that what happens in the Gambia?
The life of their kids for one man. It doesn't make any sense. Because this one don't want to be like left out. This one want to be sweeter than the other one. So basically you're competing, you know?
And somewhere that we are not mentioning. So, for example, let's say a guy is married to 4 wives, and one of them is using this tobacco, and she's got infections. You know, we Gambians, we are not open up about anything. When we have infections, we even tend to keep quiet and hide it from our husbands, because you're feeling like, oh, okay. I tell Gambians, as a woman having thrusts and infections, if you have it, go to the hospital. I said, if your head could hurt you, your eyes could hurt you, your legs could hurt you, your stomach could hurt you, your vagina is on your body. Your vagina too can get sick. There's nothing wrong with telling your man that my vagina is sick, and you go to the hospital. Some of them will have infections, yeah. They will not even voice it out or go to the hospital. They will sit and wait for it, itching and all of that. And your husband is having 2, 3 wives, and you didn't voice it out that you have infection, so that you all will take treatment. No, you will leave the guy sleeping with you with that infection or trust and pass it on to all the 3 wives. Why? Why? I don't even understand sometimes, like, our people.
But what I don't understand, someone asked, like, is it for women's satisfaction? So it's like different things. Like some people say they did it because they were trying to cure their infection, the yeast infection. Some people say others do it for satisfaction. But I'm believing that it is nowadays people are doing for sexual satisfaction more than just curing an infection. Everybody knows that you need to go to the hospital to cure an infection. How are you going to put something in you that you don't know about? It's not even a medication. If you don't even know what is in there, they just tell you it's taba. It's common sense. Use your senses. Use your senses and do the right thing. If they talk about sexual pleasures, I think I'm going to believe that more than curing infection. Because nowadays, young people, yes, something like, they said it drives them crazy. You are in another world. And I believe somebody was saying it's like it's scratching the infection, the yeast. It's scratching that thing or something. And when it's doing that, that is what they enjoy. Or something that you put in yourself and it's burning you like fire, or it's making you faint, or you're drooling like a mad person. Do you think that's okay for you? That's not okay. Even drugs, all these Western drugs, they all have, English drugs have side effects. And if you have certain kind of side effects to it, that is not okay. They will tell you don't use it. It's not good for you. Everybody's body reacts differently.
Yeah.
I may be okay when I use a particular drug, and Aji might start having like bumps and pimples as soon as she uses it. That means she should stop using it, and they can start another type of medication for her. So all these people using that, they all have different reactions to it. Some people say they only have diarrhea. Some people say they were in another world, they almost died. Some people say they're still bleeding. Since the day they used it months ago, they're still bleeding till today. Their body is messed up. Why would a man be worth you messing up your life? Because your Vijayjay is your life. It's one of the most sensitive parts of your body. It's something that is inside. You don't mess with it like that. Now you're trying to use saxophone and stuff like that to satisfy a man, not even taba, because taba people are using it for their own interest. It's not like they're using it to satisfy a man. I just feel sorry for the men that are entering those women because I don't know what you're rubbing yourself on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But for the sub-sexual ones, you're using to satisfy a man, but you're damaging yourself.
Yes.
Now, if you damage yourself, do you think that man will not go to another woman to find satisfaction? They will.
Yes.
They're not gonna sit and wait for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, Mimi, I don't even think they smuggle it, you know, because I don't think anything. If you're bringing taba in, is there a problem with that in Gambia? I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking there's something in it that they're not saying. It's just not a regular tobacco. Because a regular tobacco, well, I'm not gonna say it's good because it has nicotine in it, but the kind of things they're saying happens to you, it's not normal for a regular tobacco. Our old women would have died now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wait, the old and grandpas would have all died a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
These people have been using this ages ago.
Mm-hmm.
So there has to be something in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they also put it in their mouth. If you put it in your mouth, anything you put in your mouth is going inside you too. So if it was that bad, I don't think our old people would have been here by now.
Mm-hmm.
FGM is the main problem. What do you mean by FGM is the main problem?
No, it's not the problem. No.
FGM is not the main
It has
problem.
nothing to do with women using tobacco. No. No.
Yep, whatever our women consume during pregnancy, our babies consume too. That's true. Whatever you eat is what your baby eats. That's why I'm like, you can imagine how many babies have been eating all these drugs and they come out
Yeah.
1 week after they die.
Yeah. And they tell you when you're pregnant, be careful of what you take.
When I
Medication wise or anything.
when I was pregnant, I can't eat meat. Like whenever I eat meat, it's like the baby is like fighting. He didn't like meat. He was like, oh, I have to vomit that meat for that baby to stay calm. I will, because sometimes I crave for it. I want to eat it. So I would just be like, today I'm going to eat it. When I eat it, that's when the baby starts. Until I vomit, that baby will not stop. And as soon as I throw up, the baby is calm. Still bad. So many people have go through still bad. The babies die inside the belly. Who knows what you consume? I'm not saying it's not, it's a normal thing. It can happen. But these are some of the things that could contribute to stuff like that. Yeah, not all women in Gambia did FGM. That's true. I'm thinking majority must have done it. Nowadays, I don't know if people still do it though. But FGM has nothing to do with tobacco. People that didn't do FGM are using tobacco. People that did FGM are using tobacco. I don't know how this thing got introduced to Gambia. I don't know how it got introduced to the world itself that it's okay to use tobacco.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, Sammy, the sad thing is right now, they're so addicted to this tobacco. I was speaking to my niece about it, and she was like, her friend would go from compound to compound to find it, to look for this tobacco when she runs out of the tobacco. That's how mad people are using this tobacco and getting addicted to it.
Because it's addiction. So if you use it a couple of times, you're going to get addicted to it. And you're going to want to use it. Because they always say when they use it, like, let's say you use it at 9 o'clock. When it tries to hit 9 again the next day, you start getting sick because you need to use it. The body is telling you that, hey, I need that thing that you put in me yesterday. Until you use it, you either go mad or you faint, diarrhea, drooling. until you use it and look like a, it's like it's gonna make you crazy. It's like somebody using cocaine today, tomorrow, and you decide that you want to stop the next day. So it's a drug. Taba is a drug. And because they know that they have to use it again, they're going to keep using it and using it. And the more you use it, the more addicted you get. And all these women that are using Taba now needs to be in a rehabilitation center, just like the users. But Gambia is not a rehabilitation center. What are we going to do with them? Now we're in trouble because these women need help. It could be they even want to stop, but how can they stop? Who is going to help them? We need to consider certain things before we use them, because when you're using drugs in a place like Gambia, where you can go for rehab, you're just going to use it and use it and use it until you die. There's nobody to help you. I think these women need help. It's about time the authorities, step in and help all the women. It's going to be hard because so many people are not going to want to come out. Like I said, shame. There's that shyness there. Even when people are doing things, they don't want to talk about it. You don't even want to tell your own sister because you're shy to do it. It's like a culture thing. But the very few that comes out, at least they would encourage other people. Some people might even want to stop. But because they can't control themselves, it's hard to stop. You don't need Taba. You need to play with each other before you have sex. Yes, definitely. You don't need Taba. You don't even need anything, period. You don't need anything. I don't know why people think they need stuff. And some of these stuffs are even coming from Dubai. Can you imagine? I would never have thought. I'm like, wait, Arabs use that? So that's why when people keep saying, oh, it's haram, we Muslims don't do that. Don't say that. If you don't do it, say don't do it. But who told you Muslims don't do things like that? They do.
Now they sound like Kwesi.
If it's coming from Dubai and these Saudi Arabia countries, why is it coming from there? How did they discover all those Safa things? Because the women that are selling them, some saying that they're buying these stuff in Dubai. These are Muslim countries. So, yes, it's coming from Dubai. It's a Muslim country and it's coming from Dubai, Saudi, and all those places. It means they're using it too. This is not about Muslim or pagan or Christian or anything. It's just what people want to do. And being a Muslim itself, Islam is a good religion. Christianity is a good religion. But the people that are Muslims and Christians are the ones that are bad. So you have to understand that. Being a Muslim doesn't make you perfect. It doesn't make you a good person. Sometimes people like to hide behind behind religion, saying, no,
exactly.
I'm a Muslim.
Yeah, many people
trying to hide behind religion, telling us that I'm a Muslim, I don't do this. We need more brave and independent women like you to effect changes. Let's talk about it only. Yes, Map. We need to talk about it. I know, like, we're probably gonna get some backlash though. We're gonna get some backlash, especially Aji, who just talks anyhow. But hey, we need to talk about it. I'm sure some people will start calling our parents and saying, did you see what your child is talking about? Aja is talking about Taba, talking about how men should do and women should have sex. I'm like, Libyan women do seasonings as well. This seasoning is sweet.
No, I think it's everywhere in Africa right now. Everywhere women are doing this, you know. And the thing is, every page on social media, I had Fatmata Rahman Koka did it on this video. Today, I saw a lady that has her platform, Lady Bus. She did a video. I saw Gambia Talent did their video, because this is getting really serious. That every Gambian platform is coming out to talk about it, because we want people to listen, and we want to reach to each and everyone out there, and people should listen, because this is getting really serious. It is. Many Gambian women are dying nowadays during labor. Why? We don't even know.
I don't know where it started. I'm thinking it started from the urban areas, and then go to the rural areas, but it's everywhere. It's not only in the combos or Banjo. It's basically everywhere. Even people in the urban area use it. So
Mm-hmm.
we are too small. We don't even want to finish. When we start doing things like this, before you know, we're coming from 2 million to 1 million.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They will come for you guys after this life. Yes, they will come for us. I know. They're gonna be
No,
like, look at this.
they won't. They won't.
We
I did a live video about this on Friday on Facebook, and so many people were watching. And Fatmata did so many, because right now many of them already know that this is happening and it's killing our youth. So just forget about that.
Yeah, like anybody that talks about like sex and men and
Mm-hmm.
women, if
Mm-hmm.
you're Gambian, you need to get a lot of backlash.
Yeah. They don't get the part that people are trying to educate, or they're trying to sensitize something that is really dangerous and going on. All they think about is law, or they shouldn't be talk about sex. If we don't talk about sex, how are we going to sensitize people about this tobacco or tobacco? How?
Yeah, yeah. People can
Because
open
people
like
are using it for sex. So
people can open channels like for sexual advice, how to satisfy a man, how to do that. But Gambians cannot do that because
uh,
you have to think of the backlash
yeah.
behind it. You have to think of the backlash behind it. So you need to be very careful the kind of content you put out there.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna use it against you. Before you
Mm-hmm.
know what happens, they're gonna label you as a prostitute. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're very quick on that.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't understand that this is what is breaking a lot of homes.
Mm-hmm.
Anja, you said it all. It's an addiction. It's an addiction. I believe that. They get addicted to it. They get addicted to it. If you use it once and then you got all these crazy side effects of it, I would just advise don't use it again.
Why would you even use it once? Don't use it.
No, because
Don't.
some people say they use it by mistake. They think
There,
they were trying to help themselves, like cure
mistake,
their
fam. It
use.
was not mistake. Hala, mandamang boyosa. It was not mistake. Bama yo. They use it because they wanted to try it.
Yeah, but you have to understand that sometimes it's like old people that are you giving this to young people to use because they're trying to cure a kind of infection.
They got.
And when you're trying to cure that infection, it's not just one day. You have to use it several times, like a week or two, for everything to clear, which unfortunately doesn't even happen. And you using a drug for a week or two, you're definitely going to get addicted to it.
Hmm?
Nothing is wrong with talking about sex. We're not even going to listen to those people. They said, we're not listening. Like, we're not listening. If there's something wrong about what we're talking about, just leave the live stream. Don't be here.
Mm-hmm.
I know those are Gambian people saying that. I don't know. Everybody is talking about it, and if people can speak Wolof, no, Jola, I would say even Jolas and Fullers, let everybody go talk about it. Is it Jomma? Jomma talked about it in Mandinka. I think so. Aji hana danga para na yang. Aji munet aji dafa sona.
Dama
Good night.
sonn.
Good night. Good night.
No, it's a serious topic.
So now let's ask the men. What do you think women should do? And I don't even know. Is there a man here who know a woman that uses taba? Because I don't think they tell the men when they're using it.
No, they don't. They won't tell their men. No, they don't.
So so it's like the taba is the man now.
Mm-hmm. They
That
won't tell
is so
their men.
sad.
Some people are so sad and miserable. You know what I? Chum.
I feel sorry for my brothers
Mm-hmm. You
because
should.
they're getting replaced by a substance.
Mm-hmm.
But women don't know this is not a natural feeling. If you if you're introducing like substances into your sex routine, what if you don't have that substance? You're not gonna be as sweet as you used to be. And that man is gonna run away and find something better. Not better, because taba is not better, but
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna go find something like that. We're just putting our own health into risk, risking our own health, getting sick, cancer. Who is not scared of cancer in this
Mm-hmm.
world? I am so
Yeah,
scared of it.
yeah, yeah. Cervix cancer.
That's what I'm scared of as a woman, cervical and breast cancer.
Mm-hmm.
That's why like we always have to like examine ourselves. Always check yourself as a lady. Every time your breast, try to touch it and see if you see anything abnormal on it.
Mm-hmm.
Even your vagina, you have to examine it to see if you see something abnormal or you feel anything abnormal, you need to call your doctor. It's not only like here, we are lucky that we can go to our doctors at least once a year, for pap smear. But in Gambia, people don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you can have all these disease before you know it's already too late. There's
Mm-hmm.
so many people before they realize what happened, it was too late for them. It has already eaten into them.
Mm-hmm.
This is why their husbands are following young girls in their 20s. Well, what if the young girls are also using it? Why putting that tobacco on the juice box? What juice box?
The vagina is the juice box.
Oh, I,
Sami bàyyi nelaw bi naa mbëj de.
I thought it's a real juice box. Hello, ladies. I do
Someone
check.
said I do check my girlfriend.
Your girlfriend can even check. You don't have, you, oh my goodness, your girlfriend can check herself. Like ladies, like we need to even educate like our
Mm-hmm.
Gambian, especially the ones in the rural area, that they need to self-examine themselves all the time. Because you can detect a lot of things just by doing self-examinations. You can detect a lot of things.
Thank
I'll
God I'm a virgin, sorry.
healthcare personnel who is ready to talk upon you podcast series. I have to go. Soon you Gambia. Okay. You have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.
Man mom, thank God I'm a virgin. Yeah,
What?
thank God I'm a virgin.
Whatever.
Eh.
Everybody is a virgin in Gambia. I just feel
Yeah.
sorry for our young girls who are using it and they have never they don't know men, but they're using it. I just wonder what exactly is happening to them. I'm not yet married. I need Jack in France. Well, if you need Jack in France, go to France. There's no Jack here.
I will not come and die. Mba.
He's in France.
France.
Moms discuss safe sex with daughters? No. I think you came late. No. Moms don't discuss sex with girls, their girl child. It, like I said, it's like a taboo. We don't do that.
Sammy, you can break down the topic again because some people just joined in and they're asking questions like they want to know what taba is and all of that.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
well, taba is tobacco. If you're just joining in, taba is tobacco. Okay. But it's like the tobacco, they put some kind of substance in it, which they are not saying. But people are using this particular tobacco to insert it in their vagina down there. And what it does is it makes you feel, it makes you high, just like when you use cocaine, okay? It takes you to another world. And also, a lot of people say it's like a sexual pleasure they're having. It's like you're sleeping with a man. But this is like not even comparable to a man. It's like maximum satisfaction more than a man. So what happens is that if you're using this, you do not need a man because you will never get satisfied by a man. That's what is happening. And it came from Mali or Guinea, they said, traveled to Mali, Senegal, and all these other African countries. And some of them do come from Dubai, the Arab countries, because a lot of them we all know, because I've been hearing about Sassafras and Pastiwalda and stuff like that a long time ago, before now. Pastiwalda is peppermint. People use peppermint.
People are mad.
People use peppermint,
I
and
can't imagine Pastor Walda in my private part. Jeez.
you can imagine how hot peppermint is. Like, and that pasta is hotter than the peppermint that you have in America. I feel like the peppermints that are here are not hot. The
The one
ones,
in Gambia. Yeah. But
the
we have
ones
Pastor
that
Walda.
here, they're not hot at all. But the peppermint in Gambia, oh my goodness, that's like real pepper. It's like habanero pepper.
Mm-hmm.
It's like habanero peppers. So people use all that. That's what we are talking about. But taba is the tobacco one. That's the one that is trending right now. Badibu Mansa, we don't have Jake in here. I don't know why this guy is keep asking Jake. Call me Nasir Khan. Why don't they just use a sex toy? Well, they don't use a sex toy because we don't even have sex toys unless somebody send it to you from the diaspora.
Yeah, we don't have sex
It's not
stores in the Gambia.
shops like how we have like toy shops in America. We don't have that. Like nobody's gonna open that kind of shop there. Even if you have a sex toy, you have to hide it with your life because you don't want anybody to see it. It's so yeah. But that's what I was saying before, because I was like, this is the reason why sex toys got introduced in these kind of countries, because women are not iron. So if you don't have a man, you have to use something. Especially, I'm not talking about the ones that are not married, but the ones that are married, they can't just sit like that. And we have this thing that a lot of Gambian women are married to people in the diaspora. Some people sit like 3, 4, 5 years with no man because their husband is in the diaspora, hustling. Some even go all the way to 10 years plus. I seen that. I see somebody who went above 15. So I'm just trying to imagine, like, how will that person feel? Because sex itself is therapy. Like I said, it's a big therapy. If you're used to it and you don't have it, like, your body changes.
You get depressed.
You're angry. And men that know that, they can tell when their women need them. I'm thinking some men don't even know that. Some men don't know that there is women get depressed, or their attitude changes when they need a man. Some people don't know that, and that is something that you need to know too. Body is saying something, and unless you give it to it, it's not gonna be the same. Probably with a white woman, so she needs a jack now. This Mimi is not serious. What do you mean by that? Be more open about sexual relationship. That's what we're trying to do. But you can see somebody just attacked us here that we should delete this video. That's why we said we don't talk about things like this in Gambia.
It's a taboo.
We don't have sex educators. Moms don't talk about sex with their kids. Okay, I'm just gonna say something. So, Aji, you see how virginity is like when they're taking people to their husband, it's like everybody is expecting you to come. Everybody's expecting you to come as a virgin, and that. Does anybody tell the lady what to do when they go?
No.
They just tell them, here, go.
All they want to know is like if the lady's virgin or not.
Exactly.
So basically, they don't tell you anything. They just lock you and the husband in the same room. That's it. Definitely. That's it. I don't even know why people do that anyways.
I don't know. I feel shy doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's some madness, And many people went through that, And the elders will sit outside and waiting for you two to have sex.
Yeah. A lot of people go through it, and people are still going through it. It's a culture in Gambia, so it's an okay culture in Gambia. I know countries. I was telling my Nigerian friend how we need to be virgins until marriage, even if you're 30.
Yeah.
And she was laughing at me. She said, well, "You guys must be mad." I'm like, "No, we're not. It's our culture. It's like if you do that in Nigeria, no man will marry you." I was like, what do you mean? I thought they're supposed to want that. It was like nobody will marry you, but it's an okay culture. It's a culture in Gambia. And I think for me, I like it. I think it's okay for girls to preserve themselves. I just don't think it's okay to just be sleeping around anyhow. So I actually like the culture. I just don't like how everybody sits and wait to say, oh, there's a celebration, so and so is a virgin. I think it's supposed to be a secret between a husband and a wife. Yeah, but the culture itself, I like that women should preserve themselves at least, especially when you're too young, like in your 20s or as a teenager. Come on now. Allah, how are you? We're fine. We're about to go because we're tired. I have to work tonight, and Aji needs to go to bed. No girlfriend, no problem. I'm single, I'm searching.
Guys, we have to go. So what we're going to do is, as you guys know, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. And if you're on my YouTube channel and you haven't subscribed on Sammy's channel yet, go and subscribe and support our own Gambian sister. Let's get her to 2K subscribers. We can do it, and we can do it together. Sammy, you can write your YouTube channel on the comment section, because Mimi, write it there, because with the comment I can't see her channel, so we don't. So the people that are watching from my channel, you can go to Sammy's channel and subscribe. We can get the girl to 2K subscribers. Let's do it together. And guys, we will love you, and we will try as much as possible to be also bringing some of these topics that we do on Facebook, on our channels, and talk about it here. So that, like I always said, we have people on YouTube, like subscribers, that are not on any social media pages, but they are just on YouTube because they love the fun of listening to music or looking at other videos on YouTube. So, like, for example, I always use my sister in Holland as an example. She's not on Facebook, Instagram, or no social media page. She's only on YouTube. So most of the times when I do videos on Facebook or Instagram, I come here and break it down so that my sister too would know what is happening. And this is a big issue right now trending in Gambia. We are not the only two ladies that content creators or that has platform that came out to talk about this. Everyone on Facebook or social media is coming out to talk about this because we want to stop this and we want to put an end to this. And we think it's just some madness and some crazy things. And most of our ladies are losing their lives, and including babies. So we just came out to talk about this. We might be coming out maybe once a week or twice a week to come and sensitize people with these kind of topics. Like I said, please go and subscribe to Sammy's channel, Sammy's Treasure. Mimi, write it there. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Aji,
If
what's the
if
name of
you're
your
already
Facebook?
here, if you're already here, you can subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's it for this topic. Gambians do talk about it on Facebook because Gambians use Facebook more than YouTube.
Yes.
I think it's recently that a lot of people are coming, trying
Mhm.
to leave Facebook to come to YouTube. But Gambians, there's a lot of Gambian topics on Facebook because that's where we tend to do these kind of discussions. Yeah, but some people are also on YouTube that are not on Facebook.
Yes.
So I think to sensitize people, we can just do stuff like this on any platform, Instagram,
Mhm.
Facebook, YouTube, especially YouTube. YouTube is very, very diverse. It's big. A lot of people watch it. I
Mhm.
think a lot of Gambians are just starting to get introduced to it. And also, if you're in Gambia, you know the internet, so they can't even watch a lot of YouTube.
Yeah, how I just said, she's only on YouTube. You see, this is what I'm saying. And people like our would be blinded from the truth, would be blinded from what is happening. And some guy did comment a few minutes ago. I think he went to bed. He said he never knew that this is what is happening with in our community right now in the society. So you see, people like this, they don't even know. So now that they're coming, we are trying to um, get them to understand what is happening. And we have some of our African Americans friends, Jamaicans, other people from the diaspora watching from other countries. They too needs to know. It might get to their country, especially Africa, because what happens in one country travels, because they said it's coming from Mali. It might travel from, yeah.
Countries.
Mhm.
It's already in a lot of African countries. I think all
Yeah.
African countries have this seasoning, Vijayjay
Mhm.
seasoning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, we're tired. I'm about to get ready for work. I have a few more hours, but I just woke up before this video and I had to
Sami léegi offal comment section bi su ko defee gaa gis sa YouTube channel bi, then they can go and subscribe, because some of them, if you don't, maa ngi try pour Mimi binda ko fii nii so that they will see it. This
guys, you
is,
can see the comment section. But you guys can see the comment section, right? Guys,
yeah,
you
what
go
I'm saying is, yeah, you can off the one that is on the screen so that they can see your YouTube channel, the messages that are popping up.
there.
Yeah, because I can see that some of the guys that are following me on Instagram are here right now, so that's why I'm asking them to kindly subscribe to your channel. So guys, like I said, if you're following us on any other platform, subscribe to our channels and subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. We will love you guys, and don't take if we have said anything that offended anyone here, please
Don't
find a place. Yeah,
please.
don't take it personal. These are some of the things that is really happening in our society, and we feel that it's high time that since we have platforms, it's fair enough too to come out and talk about it, because this is what our youths are expecting from us. We are the voice of the voiceless. And I would say thank you very much, Sammy, for inviting me to your platform and for giving me this time and this opportunity to come to your house and visit. See, I'm so tired.
I
So
know.
guys, I'm so tired, yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us. And Bijou, Gina, thank you so much. I saw you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for joining us. And we'll definitely see you in maybe Aji's channel because nowadays, God, this girl is this girl is so crazy with the live videos.
You taught me how to come live.
So
You taught me.
I will definitely see you guys on her channel. I'm sure she's gonna go live tomorrow again. She will have
No,
to talk about Kwesi again. You are sick.
I told my African American brothers, don't try us, because if you bring it, I'll bring it. Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyways, that is it for this video, and we love you.
Guys, kiss. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Good night.